Project reporting and closeout. This is the last lesson in this class, project planning and regulations. So I should congratulate to every single of you that get through until this point, that we only have a few items to complete to finish this class. So for project reporting and closeouts, we during the projects under construction or under design, we have to prepare the report and correspondences. And in this class, I want to go over several report and correspondences that typically apply in the projects. And the first one is notice to proceed, NTP. And then we have a daily report, weekly reports, monthly reports, meeting minutes, correspondences, ASIs, architectural supplemental instruction, R5, requests for information, EOT, extension of time, change order request, change orders, application and certificate for payment, and then the punch list. So let's get into each of them. The notice to proceed, example here is the Santa Ana Watershed Project Authority to issue a letter that when the project should be considered at the start date and for how many days it have. It's not on the day that you sign the contract where the project duration start. It may be after that. So when the clients issue official letter that have when it start. In this case, for this project, the effective date is November 12th, 2002, and project for 230 days. And then we have every date, we need to have a daily report for the project, what happened, what date, what is time of project, what is project number, what is the weather look like, AM, PM, any people have correspondent calling from whom, how many staff on site for the contractor, for the people that company that prepare the daily report, what are the workers of different subcontractor on site, any note you can put it in the daily report. So at the end, when the project close, when any happen on that day, we can be able to go back to the daily report to see who was on site, what did they do, etc. And then we have weekly reports. It's one example here, the One Energy Center. So what the major activity happened, things like that. What did the weather look like, to summarize what happened during that week. And then we have monthly report. And I showed you that in the unvalue analysis we have pages. It can be 50, 100 pages for the monthly report, including executive summary, management summary, safety status, quality status, area of concerns, cost summaries, engineering, procurement, construction management, all of that involved in monthly report. And of course, during the project progress, you have multiple meetings you have to attend, you have to conduct, you have to chair, you have to lead multiple meeting minutes. So record the meeting minutes is very important. What time of or nature of the discussion involved, what is the action item before, during, and after the meeting, any impact for that item to discuss, so that you have it in the meeting minutes for the project you have. And during the project progress, the architect or engineer may provide supplemental instruction, more detail, more instruction, etc. And that we call it ASIs. And this is the project Airport Executive Center in Livermore, California. And what are the instruction including, and what reference to what drawings involved. This is HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, things like that. It involves whether that impact the costs or not. So that what you have here. And during that process, there may be multiple instruction, architectural supplemental instruction. Example, in this case, the Maryland Hotel in San Diego. So you have that multiple ASI involved, and any reference to the drawings and what date of issue, so that you can have a log, SI log throughout the project. And at the contractor point of view, when you read the drawing or specification, if it's something not clear, don't just make assumption. You can ask the engineer, the architect, the owner for clarification, and that we got requests for information RFI. Give one example here. You see the MMR, electrical contractor, for the 100 energy center. They ask for information about this work, and it can be responded directly here. For example, the circuit schedule does not show a ground cable for the following circuit numbers that are installed in the duct for the drawing numbers, so that is that correct? So the engineer will be responding here, so that it have a clarification, so that you do right at the first time. And if there are any, what are the reason for requests? In this case, engineering conflict, and the action request if clarification, it is correct. Okay. And of course, there are other items that you have here, request for information, the detail in this case, and this is Lafayette Mercantile, and it rebar schedule, so it's about structure, and any reply in here, so that is the request for information. And with that, they have a response. You can see that the engineer or architect can respond with the clarification for that time of work within the RFI. And same at the ASI log, architectural supplemental instruction, you have request for information log, so that you see when the RFI created, when requests, what day the response you receive, any implication in terms of the costs and schedule impact, and have that RFI already closed or still open, so that you can see the status of that. If the projects that have a lot, thousand of RFI, it may something show you about the quality of the design for that project. And when it happens, if you see the change, things like that, that impact your schedule, you can provide the schedule impact notice. Example here, in accordance to the specification here, delays and time retention, this is the written notification of the schedule impact due to the following. January 27, 2006 through present and ongoing, the signage of the third and the fourth floor is being delayed due to incomplete response to RFI number 3546. So that you can see that the notice, and if why they did notice, so give the other party involved to know what's going on, and they also aware of they may have implication with the cost and schedule. And this project is the Santa Rosa Community College Library that I show you at very first lessons about the party involved in this library. And when you have that notice later on, if it really impact your schedule, your cost, you can make a extension of time EOT request. Just give you one example here. The West Coast contractors, they request 20 days. What is the survey begin? What are the reason? What are the costs for that 20 days request? And of course, the client may approve or reduce the money. And you can see they request almost 84 and approve is 79,000 and okay for that request. And this one as well, you have the request and have EOT approval, that is the extension of time approval from clients based on the contractor requests. So they can approve how many days, in this case, stand from 80 calendar days to 95 calendar days for the work caused by the clients. And something involved with the cost, we have a change order request. When you see something different from the scope of work, you can make a change order request or proposal of the change. And if the client approve, then it become a change order. So here, change order request by the Ruberland Contracting Inc. for the Santa Rosa Junior College Library Project, something I talked earlier. So what is the proposed change and what is the cost involved, including 26,000, and any effect on the chain of the work, other contractors is unknown. Okay, calendar days effect to be determined. Similarly, it also the change order request and the effect for other project in here, and that is Lafayette Mercantile, and that have the cost involved for this project, and it approved directly on that change order request. And that you can maintain like IFI. We have a change order request or change order proposal log. When you initiate, what are the nature of the work, what are the amount requests, and what are the amount approved, and it may be different between those two numbers. And you can see don't have to be the same, because you request, the contractor may request more, tend to be more than what he approved, so that you have. And change orders basically the owner issues official change to the contract. In this case, the Santa Ana Watershed Project Authority issued the change order for the Arlington DeSanto Products Water Pipeline, and the cost involved for that change order is 231,000 for this change order. And of course, you can maintain the change order log to see the cumulative increase of the change order, and that in this case the Maryland hotel renovations located in San Diego, city of San Diego, California. The original contract amount is $40 million, but with the change amount, as you can see at the end of this, after 13 change order, the project become 47 million. So it basically it increased almost 20%. So you see the manage the change is extremely important to ensure the project profitable. And when that, every month you can apply for the payment and get certificate. In this case, they follow the AIA form, American Institute of Architects form, and with that the amount that work, and then change order contract sum today due to the change order 4 million, total complete and start today 2 million, total earn less retainer for years, and what is the application current balance due 250,000 as you can see in this, and it received on what day, and you can break it down into detail how many percent complete for each work item. So you, if you're interested, you can go back to this slide to see what is the real project look like for and what is the progress, payment, application, and certificate look like. In this case, they follow the AIA document G703, AIA, American Institute of Architects. And when the project about to complete, all the party involved will walk through the project to see what are the items that need to be done, minor items, and that what he called punch list. Who responsible for, and general note, fourth floor, what are the issue at room 407. Something we also have home store room 407. You see room 407, things like that you have it in here. What happened in that finish painting between the electrical boxes on the south wall, something issue, contractor have to fix it. And who responsible? The initial on of that here. And that you can maintain the punch list item, what item, what is the author company, author by, who responsible, which company responsible, painting, then go to the painting company, roofing company, door, things like that. When it going to be complete and when it closes. So that are the uh, summaries of the project report and closeouts. If you interested, you can watch what should be moving forward in project planning and regulations. So I give you a few video, select a few videos in the last slides. If you're interested, you can watch for that. Power plant virtual reality planning experience, virtual reality plan design, 3D laser scanning for construction quality, and the drone takeouts for the using drone for progress monitoring and control, etc. And then you can see it not only in engineering and construction projects. I show you in the link in the uh, canvas, and it related to this time, and you can see the about nature in terms of the delays for the project, in this case the space, Boeing and SpaceX. And you can see recently summer 2000 and 2020 have a capsule beta with two astronauts get into space, and then just recently have four astronauts uh, go through ISS, International Station. So but regardless, they plan to complete. For example, SpaceX April 2017 is not occur until summer 2020, so it's about 3.25 years delayed for that work. So the problem is not only in our engineering construction project, but it happened in any other time of project. Boeing also delayed at this point of report is 2.75, but apparently until now uh, it's, it's not happened yet. So they are behind SpaceX in terms of put people to ISS from the American soil. And then moving forward, I also showed, you see McKinsey, a good consulting company, construction technology ecosystem. I say construction technology, but it applied to any planning, engineering work involved in the capital constructed facility. If you search that in Google, you see the next normal in construction, how disruption is reshaping the world's largest ecosystem. So you have all of that information in here, and you can be able to with that one, you can be able to see the seizing the opportunity in today construction industry platform era, that what I just showed you, and the technology involved, what it, so you can Google and you see that what is the future. And here that what I want to show you there, that their work in here season. Let's go back. Not this, that one. COVID and the season opportunity. So if you see the web of technology in this work that you see it here, so it not only in construction phase but in planning phase, and you can see virtual learning, something we are talking about, design simulation, laser scanning, building information modeling, 3D modeling, value engineering, productivity management. So with capital financing, so we have labor and professional marketplace, and deep learning, machine learning, equipment management, document management. So all of that, project scheduling, resource planning, contract management. So, and you can see here that the mapping the construction technology ecosystem, and it not only construction phase, but it throughout the phase that you have it in here, from the planning phase to engineering to construction and operation and maintenance. So that is the future of technology involved. If you're interested, like I say, you can search a McKinsey construction technology ecosystem, have many up-to-date information so that you can see what is the trend, so you can learn a right tool and skill so that for the future workforce.